Feeling a little bit like trying to find my heart. Funny when I break it, a lifestyle dark. Honey when I break it, a tight flow spot. When a psycho drop, playing dice, go start. Oh, who are you? Better know yourself. Know your soul, gotta know your will. Slow your roll, get a hold, don't melt, and don't you fall. When I feel like hell, oh, who am I? M.I.M.E. I'm not the one you wanna fuck with. Late nights messing up my sleep, so I'm flustered. Taking out aggression with my pen because I trust it. Writing, trying to get myself a lamb color trust for the game. Leave them hanging by a chain, click bang. Feeling rage, feeling fire in my brain, feeling insane. And it's always feel the flame, 45 till my brain, 3 and 4, please fail, no glory.
What's up, guys? It's your boy King Majin coming back at you guys for another video, and today I will be doing What If Deku Had Ainz Powers Part 2. If you like the thumbnail, comment down below. BTW, my upload schedule is Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so be patient, you guys, and possibly there will be another video coming out Thursday. Next video coming out will be What If Deku Had the Nine Tails, so there. But without further ado, let's get into the video. We pick it back up with Deku being accepted into UA and being the top student. Momo's father would then suggest them going out for dinner to celebrate the occasion. Iko would say, yes, that sounds great. Deku would say, sure. Momo would then say, yeah. Afterwards, they would all go out for dinner. Momo dressing her best and Deku dressing his best. He would tell her she looks beautiful, and she would then blush, saying, you look good too. Afterwards, they will have a nice evening. They will all come home. Momo's dad and Momo's mom would then leave because they have business to take care of. Afterwards, Inko would then leave, saying she's tired and she wants to go to sleep. Momo, would then leave, kissing Deku, saying goodbye, see him tomorrow. After everyone's gone, Deku would then turn around saying, open the portal. His maids will open the portal and he will walk through. He will be walking down a place you all know, the Great Tomb of Nazarick. He would then transform into Ainz. He would see his throne and take his seat as the Supreme Overlord. He would then call Albedo, Shelter Bloodfallen, Demiurge, Cocytus, and the Darkness Twins, Aurora and Mara. And they would say, I pledge my fidelity. Deku would then say, good. Our plans are now underway. And Demiurge would say, yes, my lord. If you're wondering what the plans are, you ain't gonna get them till later. But tell me what you think it is, okay, you guys? But let's pick back up. Deku and Momo would be preparing to leave out with their mom and the maid saying goodbye and wishing them luck. Deku would then say, why don't we just teleport? Momo would then say, let's just do it the normal way. Then the limo pops up, and Deku would say, the normal way, in a limo. And Momo would say, yes. Deku would say, you don't get out much, do you? And Momo would say, what do you mean by that? And Deku would say, nothing, rich girl. And Momo would say, you're rich too. And Deku would then laugh. Afterwards, their driver would drop them off at UA with a bunch of UA students gawking at them, saying, whoa, those guys must come from real money. Are they siblings or something? And Momo would then be pouting because you're my boyfriend, not my sibling. That's gross. Deku would then say, they just don't know the situation. And I'm not your boyfriend. I'm gonna be your husband. Momo would then blush. They would then walk down the hallway of UA and see the giant door, and they would both say, isn't it from monsters or something? Momo would then take a deep breath, opening the door. They would go into the class, and everyone would swarm Deku, saying, what's your quirk? That was incredible! All of them just complimenting Deku's amazing abilities. Afterwards, two other people will walk in, and you might recognize them, the Darkness Twins. Everyone would then look at them and say, who are they? Their eyes are weird. And Aurora would then say, hi, I'm Aurora. This is my brother Mare. Everyone would be like, that's a guy? You know they would. And Mara would say, I'm a girl. You are? Everyone would then say. Afterwards, they would go and talk to Deku and Momo, greeting them and making quick friends with them. Afterwards, Baku would then walk in the room, putting his feet up on the desk like usual. Ida would then come to scold him, but then he would see Deku. And then he would say, "You are a much better student than I. You realize there was more to the practical exam." And Deku would say, "Of course there would be more. Being a hero isn't all about fighting." Ida would then lower his head, but Deku would then put his hand on his shoulder saying, "But knowing when to run's good too." Ida would then say, "You are really a much better student than I." Afterwards, Bakugo would then say, How did he get in here? Never mind that he must have cheated, and I still have to pay him back." Ida and Deku would be talking when then Uraraka comes and says, "It's the skeleton guy. Thanks for saving me." Then they would strike up a conversation. Momo would then be looking in the background saying, "Who's she?" And Deku would notice this and just turn away from Uraraka a little bit. Afterwards, Eraserhead would walk in and say, "If you came here to make friends, leave now." He would then tell all of them to get ready to go and take the practical exam. They all say, "What about the ceremony?" He would say, "I get to decide how I do my class, so get out there." Afterwards, he would throw a ball at Deku, asking him, "What was the longest distance throw you got in middle school?" Deku would say, "At least 60. And Aizawa would say, "Now use your quirk. Go all out." Deku would say, "Are you sure about that?" Aizawa would then say, "Yes." Deku would then transform into his absolute overlord form. Everyone would be shocked and scared at the same time. They would feel his presence and know not to mess with him. Aizawa would feel this too. And Bakugo would be looking and think, "What's going on? He was quirkless. How? And what is that form?" Bakugo would then want to charge at Deku, but he would know not to based on how Deku's presence is at the moment. Afterwards, Deku would think, "What spell should I use? Maybe a 5th tier spell. I don't want to destroy anything, seriously." He would then think, "Dragon Chain Lightning." He would conjure a dragon over the baseball in his hand, surrounding it with lightning and stuff. At this moment, Aizawa would try to use his eraser quirk on Deku, but that would do nothing. And he would be shocked, saying, "My quirk can't stop it." Afterwards, Deku would grab the ball, throwing it as far as he could, with the dragon chain lightning around it. Excuse me. Afterwards, Aizawa would say, "Infinity." Everyone would be shocked about how powerful he is, especially Bakugo. The class would be hyped as well, though, and Aizawa would still make up the thing about person who comes in last being expelled. Afterwards, after that, he would announce who came in first and all that stuff. He would say Deku, Aura, and Mara. What would have come in at least, come in right after Deku. You know what I mean. Deku got first, Aura got second, Mara got third, and 4th place would be Momo. I know I have to give hype to both Bakugo and Todoroki, but Momo, she's trained with Deku, plus she has her creation quirk. She can do a lot of stuff with that, especially now that she's trained with Deku, so her quirk should be stronger. So that's how it is. The person who will come in last place will be Mineta, but he won't be expelled because I like Mineta. He brings the comedy. So, yeah. Besides, I know he's expelled entire classrooms, but he will look at all the students in his class and see so much potential. So Mineta won't be expelled. Later on, Deku and all of his friends will be walking along, talking about his quirk and what they have planned next time for them. Will Yue always be like this? Afterwards, Momo and Deku's limo will pull up saying, "Bye, you guys," and Uraraka would then say, "Whoa, are you guys rich?" And Deku would say, "Filthy rich." No, Deku wouldn't say that. He would say, "I'm comfortable." Momo would say, "Comfortable? You bought a mansion." Uraraka would say, "What?" Ida would then say, "How could you... You mean your parents bought the mansion, right?" And Momo would correct him saying, "No, Deku has a large fortune and he made it all on his own." All of them would be shocked. Afterwards, Deku would rush Momo into the limo trying to get away from this conversation. Uraraka would then say, wait! But then they would leave. Afterwards, they would get home, Momo would kiss Deku goodbye, and he would ask the maids to open the portal once again. He would then be thinking, man, this is annoying, having to come back home every time to do this. He would then go in, transforming his Ultimate Overlord form and telling Mara and Aura, good work. Phase 1. Not Phase 1. Another phase of the plan has begun. And I keep saying Amara. Mara would then say, thank you. Wait. Yeah, Mara would say thank you, and Aura would say, thanks, Lord Ainz. And Deku would say, call me Izuku. Or Deku. Either one. I am no longer Ainz or Momonga. And they would say, right, Deku. Afterwards, he will call in. I can't believe I just forgot her name. Oh my god, I just forgot her name. What's not Sheltier, that's Sheltier. Albedo. Do not roast me in the comments. He will call in Albedo and tell her, how's everything going on your end? She would say, fine, Lord Ainz. And he would say, call me Deku. And she would say, yes, Lord Deku. Drop the Lord, please. And she would say, I could never do that. And Deku would sigh. He would then exit the portal after having his conversation with Sheltier. And you guys, it's up to you guys to figure out what I'm planning here. But afterwards he would be thinking, I really need to put that portal somewhere else. Or at least make it accessible with a ring. But he would then be thinking, if there's other people in this world with my power, I have to keep this safe. But man, it's the pain. Afterwards, after that day, they will begin the hero training with All Might. Everyone would then get dressed in their costumes, with Deku just being in his normal tracksuit. And Uraraka would say, oh yeah, when you transform you get those sweet robes. And Deku would say, yeah, there's no point in having a costume. And Uraraka would say, how about weapons and stuff like that? Deku would say, I have that covered. And Uraraka would say, how? Oh, speaking of costume and stuff. Wait, what's this? Sorry guys. She would say, speaking of, how much money do you have? And Deku would say, can we save this conversation for later? And Uraraka would say, yeah, but we are going to talk about this later. Momo would then be staring at Deku and he would be getting nervous. All Might would then say it will be heroes versus villains training today. And plus, we have another teacher joining us, Miss Albedo. Everyone would be looking like, isn't that Albedo? She climbed the billboards and now is one of the top-ranked heroes. I believe in the top 20 right now. Albedo would say, hello students, I'm Albedo. You guys might know me as the Black Knight. And everyone would say, yes, I love you. And afterwards Mel would come up and say, I love this school. The first match would be, well, Deku and Uraraka versus Bakugo and Ida. They would begin the match like they would normally would. Deku and Uraraka would walk into the building, and Uraraka would say, do you have any plans? And Deku would say, to win. And you might want to move. He would then grab Uraraka out of the way, with Bakugo blasting at him, shooting an explosion right in his face. And the explosion would have done nothing. Afterwards, Bakugo would say, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna destroy you, you damn nerd. Afterwards, Deku would say, you're not worth my time. I'll defeat you with the same thing as last time. And Bakugo would say, don't you even... But before you even noticed it, Deku would then cast Despair Aura, knocking Bakugo out. He would then grab Uraraka by the hand, teleporting into where Ida's guarding the bomb. Note, I like using this as my bomb. You have to admit, it's pretty funny. He would then teleport right behind Ida and prepare to touch the bomb, but he would then stop to look at Ida, pretending to be a villain. And they would be laughing. They would be trying to hold it in. Then Uraraka would burst out laughing. Afterwards, Ida would notice this, but by that time, Uraraka would have grabbed the bomb. Ida would have been mad, but impressed by Deku. Afterwards, All Might and Albedo would then judge them, asking, what did he do wrong? And Momo would say, other than grabbing that girl's hand, he didn't let her fight. And Deku would say, come on. And everyone was like, what's your two story? But before that, Albedo would then glare at Momo. And Momo was asked, is something wrong? She would say, no. All Might would then notice this and say, let's get back to training. Next match would be the Darkness Twins versus Todoroki and Momo. The match was... oh yeah, sorry. I have to get into what their quirks would be to everyone else. Mara's would be a strength... not a strength. A fire-based quirk, so casting Fireball, Explosion, and all that type of magic would be her quirk. And Aura would be just a strength quirk, and a senses... basically like, just one for all, basically. She's probably stronger than that. But, yeah. Her quirk would just be a strength thing. Now, let's get into the match. They would then walk into the building. They would be walking around looking for the bomb, until they would notice Todoroki and Momo, and the whole room being surrounded by ice. Momo is in, like, a wool coat that she created with her quirk. Sorry about that. But afterwards, they will then devise a plan, Aura would then tell Mara to use fireball magic to melt everything in there so they have a better terrain to fight on, where it isn't just stacked in his favor. He would then run in, casting fireball. Todoroki would then put up ice. But by that time, the ice around them had already melted. Todoroki would be the bad move because this quirk is so similar to his father's, so he would just go all out. But Aura would get in front of it, kicking the ice, breaking it, and sprinting right past Todoroki. Todoroki would try and attack her, but Mara is just throwing countless fireballs at him. At this time, Mara and Momo would... I keep saying Mara. Aura and Momo would fight. Momo does have the Ring of Ainz going, so she is teleporting stuff. And everyone's like, why didn't she use that in the training thing? Not the training thing, the apprehension test, the quirk assessment test, yeah. But that would do nothing with Aura's sheer strength and power. And her senses are top-notch as well. So she would beat Momo, but not too badly, knowing that that's her master's husband. I just noticed what I said. Her master's wife. Oh my god. Afterwards, class would then end with all the four of them walking off. Ida and Oroku were left home already, so they wouldn't be walking with Deku. But Aura and Mara would then say, you didn't do half bad, Momo. And she would say, thank you guys, but you guys are incredible. Out of nowhere, Bakugo would then come up saying, I want to talk to you, Izuku. And Izuku would say, hey, you called me by my name. And Bakugo would say, shut up, you damn nerd. They would then talk, and Bakugo would allow all his frustrations, even crying, saying, I was supposed to be the strongest. How? And before Deku could say, it's because... Bakugo would cut him off and say, I don't care. I will be number one. And then he would walk off saying, I will be number one. And Deku would then say, hey, he called me by my name. That's a first for him. Maybe there's hope for him yet. Afterwards, you already know the drill. He would walk home, go into the portal, and complain about it. Afterwards, he would say, good work, Albedo. And Albedo would say, thank you. Over these last 10 months, because of your suggestion, the world now trusts me. And if you're wondering about that, Albedo, over the 10 months when Deku was training with Momo, she was off becoming a top-ranked hero. Afterwards, he will call Demiurge in and telling him, how's work on the agency? And Demiurge would say, doing well. Kokaitis and Sebus are doing pretty well with requests. Deku would say, good. I'm sorry, I won't do that. Now, that's it, you guys. If you're wondering what I'm planning, just comment down below what you think I'm planning. Because I'm not telling you guys. Because it will be big, and it will be mind-shattering once we get into the other seasons of My Hero. BTW, we're almost at 300, so let's get to that. Comment down Black Knight if you've watched to this point, and to make it sure that you guys get it, I will be posting Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and sometimes Thursdays. The next video coming out will be what if Deku had the Nine Tails. After that, what if a Yard Radiant was on Earth when Goku landed. But I'm rambling. This has been King Majin signing out. Peace.